ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ರೈಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸಿಗರೇಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೈಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಮೋಕಿಂಗ್ ಝೋನ್ಸ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಅಂತ ರೂಲ್ ಇತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ಅಂತ ರೂಲ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದೋ, ಈಗ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಇನ್ ಆಂಟಿಸಿಪೇಷನ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ
when the statute clearly says smoking is completely banned, how can you have
just remove those provisions.
smoking zones in the prison? And if you have smoking zones in the prison, how can you hold someone responsible for holding a cigarette?
If I have a zone, unless I permits smoking.
Who permits, sir? ಇವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ತರ್ತಾರೆ?
ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ವಿಚಾರ.
ಅದೇ ವಿಚಾರ ಬೇರೆ ಅಲ್ವೇ?
There is what is called the Karnataka prison rules. Karnataka prison
ಎಲ್ಲ
act.
ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಬಿಡಿ. How do the prisoners get cigarette inside the
in all about 6 acts. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ
acts ಬಿಡಿ sir. How do the prisoners get cigarettes or other things inside the prison?
It is in conspiracy with the
without the connivance of the jail authorities, can it happen? Can it happen?
It could happen otherwise by the food being brought by somebody else.
Scanner ilva?
Scanner
allowed from 4 years. From 4 years food is not allowed.
Sari, all right. Food is not allowed. That's why he is there.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫುಡ್ ಏನೋ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ನಾಟ್ ಅಲೌಡ್ ಅಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ?
ಫುಡ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಲೌಡ್.
ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಲೌಡ್?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಫುಡ್ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಇಲ್ವಾ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಯಾರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ರೈಮ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಏನು ಫುಡ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇವರು ಬೋತ್ ಡೆರಿಲಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರಸಿ ಕೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಲುಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಟ್.
I tell you, if you dig deep into it, it gets terribly murkier.
Allah should
many skeletons will come out of the cupboard.
Lot of skeletons is always there. Cupboard ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
skeletons ಬಹಳ ಇದೆ.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ we will concentrate on this.
Yes, this
and set this aside and leave the law to take its course. This is a perfect case where the impugned order is set aside.
I can only defend saying that they sends a wrong signal to the
what signal? ಈಗ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿರೋದು wrong signal.
Not a lordship judgment.
ಮತ್ತೆ
the acts of the
exactly. I am going to observe that if cigarette is banned in prison, you still have a smoking zone. If you still have a smoking zone, there are smokers. If there are smokers, how does the cigarette come into the prison?
No, I can have so many zones. But if the rules
why do you want to keep the zones?
The zones were there when the cigarettes were permitted. Let us assume that
no, cigarettes are not permitted. Your rule is not amended. It still shows zones.
Yes, we are in the process of amending the act itself.
Yes, you have 10 years indana ಈಗಲ
ಅಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಹೊಸ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಿನ್ನು 2-3 months ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
All right.
So therefore all this of course there is no application of mind adonde, but the prevention is that is all. That these can do anything inside the jail with the connivance of the authorities.
Check. That's the submission.
Where ordinary prisoners will not be able to do.
In fact, I am
able to smoke.
My lord, in fact, I am the ordinary prisoner here.
No.
I'm getting
he's the man who's attempted to destroy evidence. 30 lakhs was found from him.
My lord,
was the main one.
Accused number
14. My lord, my deeds outside the prison and inside the prison have to be taken into
he will destroy evidence.
Just because I'm been under trial, I'm an under trial prisoner for one particular offense, that doesn't mean anything that happens in the prison I will be held responsible despite ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನೇನೋ ಇಲ್ಲ.
30 lakhs he
was he there sitting with him?
No, he was not. No, 30 lakhs was recovered from him.
But that is all right. He is facing trial for that.
Hundreds of prisoners are there. Hundreds of prisoners are there for different reasons in the prison.
That's all right. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ವಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ.
With reasons they are there. Different reasons.
Different reason I'm there. This cannot be the reason.
Yes, whether his shifting is with reason or not ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
If they bar smoking, they cannot control the prison members. If they stop smoking, they cannot control the prison. First staff will only. Smoking is not, it may be injurious to health, but it is not a big offense, my lord. Because all the criminals,
I don't know how he knows.
The police will. I know everything, sir, because the police cannot.
How do you know everything?
Let's have faced everything, my lord.
Faced everything?
Yes. No, my lord, without the prison authorities' permission, the cigarette
and that is not without SPP sir, without the connivance of your authorities, nothing will go in. Not here, not in remand
Madam,
homes.
not for a moment I will
No,
say.
not
deny.
here and not in remand homes.
The mobile phones are also allowed. The mobile, with the possession of prohibited articles, they will book a case for the person who is in possession. Even the prohibited articles like ganja and all, if a person is found in the possession, he is booked. While the transportation of the prohibited articles, he should also book under NDPS Act also. There are so many officers involved. Some officers with Karnataka State Industrial Security Force who are in charge out of the prison, they are allowing the prisoners to.
Wait, we'll see.
No, I will not for a moment say there is no corruption. Corruption is rampant there. Corruption is everywhere. But where is the remedy, my lord? To balance it, my lord. We cannot check corruption at every point.
No, it's.
To eradicate corruption is something.
No, we are not here in a.
Even in the greatest,
speaking forum about corruption, sir.
greatest of economy, even US, you will find
That's
corruption.
all right. No, we are not on that.
More,
we are on the
On a
present
case basis,
case.
on a case basis, what I am saying.
We are on this case. There is blatant non-application of mind
Yes, by the
in
magistrate.
making a requisition and the magistrate passing an order. The order on the requisition will go.
Yes,
Has to go.
yes.
One
But
submission. And SPP suggested that the matter may be remanded back for fresh hearing. The apex court judgment which I furnished on the last date.
ಯಾವ್ದು ಕೊಟ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ?
state of Maharashtra.
Maharashtra. Said Sohail.
Please, in that, my lord, the High Court itself had directed for retransfer, which was confirmed by the Supreme Court. So this honorable court itself can pass the order.
We'll see. We'll see. Yes.
Submission.
Ashta will do that. Set it aside. Follow this judgment.
And we
Allow
will,
law to take its course.
with the
Law to
liberty,
take its course the way the apex court has said.
with liberty for the prosecution to
With
make
liberty
such
you have,
application.
I will just follow this judgment.
No, that
The
shouldn't.
state of Maharashtra's
Yeah.
judgment.
Yes, I'm sorry. That shouldn't put stop for us to make a requisition before the court.
You make any requisition.
Yes.
See, you should penalize the persons who are found there, accused 1, 2, 3 or whatever. En masse, how can you send everyone?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಎನ್ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದವ್ರನ್ನ
ಆಯ್ತು, ಏನು ಅವ್ರ ಕ್ರೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರಸಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Were they creating problem for the witnesses? Were they creating problem for the jail authorities?
No,
Were they doing such things?
no, that action itself would
Action
the
itself.
apprehension, the
Who was in the action? Accused 1, 2 or 3, whoever it
No,
was.
itself-
All the 14 accused you transfer?
Alala, that group with audacity, if you can send messages
Who has sent?
to the
Who has sent?
media.
Who has sent? Has he sent it?
No,
Do you have any prima facie material that he has sent it?
Even
He was somewhere
material,
else in some other cell.
No, the main accused.
Main accused. You transfer him, no problem. If he is found in possession of a cigarette or whatever and unexplainable, you do it. But why all the persons who are somewhere else in some other prison? Some other cell rather. Or see, they are not in the scene, they are not involved in anything, or not like that.
No, of course, they are in some other cell, but they get to meet.
Sir, what triggered the situation, Lauritara? He is in some other cell.
No, we have said in so many words that they could be a threat because they have conspired and
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು no material for that at all.
yes.
No material.
No material, no
Not
separate
correct.
material. Except
And there is an entry order granted by then he was in transit.
Yeah, well, that of course he was in transit and the order was
Got
made
it back.
2 days prior to the passing of the order by this honorable court. There is no intention to hurry up. On the day of the interim order passed, he was
And
underway
what is this
at 3:30 in the morning.
affidavit to dark cell ಹಾಕಿದಿರ, right?
That he is not complaining about now.
No dark cell ಈಗ.
My lord, page number 17 of the.
Dismissed with cause
My lord,
ಏನು?
of the affidavit.
my lord,
ಈಗ
very same submission, my lord, may be noted. My lord, page number 17 of the affidavit.
You still want to pursue that application? Affidavit, we will.
17 ಏನು?
My lord, page number 17 of the statement of objection
there only.
affidavit. My lord, top and corner, my lord. It's written in. It's been written in marker.
Ah.
That explains my entire affidavit, my lord.
Yes sir.
Yes, my lord.
ಇದೇನು ಮುಂಬೈ ಅಂಧೇರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು?
Except for the dark cell, that's the only other reference of Andheri I can take. Sir,
Page 17.
Page 17 of
What is the indication there?
Top and
Top corner.
the affidavit itself
Sir,
says I'm put
Yeah.
in a single cell.
Andheri.
How many under trial
Name is
prisoners?
there.
Name is there.
Name is there. Name in
Correct.
ಅವ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಅಂಧೇರಿ ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಆ ಸೆಲ್ ಇದೆ
ಅದೇ
ಹೆಸರು.
ಮುಂಬೈ ಅಂಧೇರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ
Let
ಇದು.
him swear to
Cell
an
ಅಲ್ಲಿ
affidavit.
ಕೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು.
Let
No,
him
no, no.
swear to yes.
Sir, why have you endorsed this as Andheri?
No, I mean,
Why have you endorsed it as Andheri?
no, Andheri is that block is Andheri during
ಅದೇ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ಮುಂಬೈ ಅಂಧೇರಿ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು
ಅವಾಗ-
ಜೈಲಲ್ಲಿ. Yes.
Let him say
ಹಾ.
one word that I was put in a dark cell. It was all based because as the inmate was being transferred from Bangalore to
No,
Belgaum,
ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ಮೇಟ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ರಿಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನ್?
My lord, it's the
Give me the inmates
no,
transfer
their
requisition.
requisition.
same requisition, my lord.
Same
Case number
requisition.
114.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅಂಧೇರಿ ಅಂತಿದ್ಯಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ their respective prisons they have been sent, my lord.
ಇದು-
I am
ಇದು
housed
ಮಾತ್ರನಾ?
only in this prison.
It is
This
only
prison.
based on this he would build a story.
My lord.
Yes,
My IA,
Correct.
my lord, my IA, when I say that there's a Deccan Herald article, they say I build a story on that.
Yes, yes.
Now I show their own affidavit and their document, they say I build a
Okay.
story.
Let it-
What change should an under trial
what
prisoner in
is
prison
it
prove his case, my
different
lord?
from other cell? If he says that,
Shall I
no,
submit,
then
my lord?
let him say.
The difference, my lord. Shall I submit, my lord? That Andheri cells, they don't have any bathroom.
ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತು ಸರ್.
Yes, my lord. That
Yeah,
24
No, let him say that. Let him say that. Let him swear to an affidavit, except saying
ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ವರ್ನ್ ಸರ್.
not.
ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ವರ್ನ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ ನೀವು.
Yes, my lord. Let there be an inquiry.
You are caught in contradiction in the counter.
Yes.
Yes.
Let there be
Yes.
inquiry by this.
No
court.
problem. Yes.
No. I want, if he is pursuing this application, he did not open his mouth today with regard to his affidavit. Why? Because he knows it is not a fact.